Larry has been adjusted for clarity and flow. The revised version is approximately 9,800 characters long. Major news just hit the NBA, and it could change the course of the Los Angeles Lakers' future. The legendary franchise, known for greats like Magic Johnson, Kobe Bryant, and LeBron James, has officially changed hands. After decades of control, the Buss family has agreed to sell the Lakers. The new owner, Mark Walter, CEO of Guggenheim Partners. The sale is massive, worth an eye-popping $10 billion, making it one of the most significant transactions in sports history. Naturally, Laker fans are asking, who is Mark Walter, and what does this mean for the team? Mark Walter is no stranger to the sports world. He's the chairman of the Los Angeles Dodgers, and under his direction, the team has become a dominant force in Major League Baseball. In 2012, Walter led a group that purchased the Dodgers for $2.15 billion, a record at the time. Since then, the organization has been transformed. The results speak for themselves. Beginning in 2013, the Dodgers made the postseason every year, 12 straight appearances. They reached the World Series 4 times and won championships in both 2020 and 2024. They've also claimed 11 division titles, falling short only once in 2021 by a single game behind the San Francisco Giants. Most notably, the Dodgers have turned into a magnet for superstar talent. In 2024, they stunned the baseball world by signing 2 of the most in-demand players in recent memory. Shohei Ohtani inked a historic 10-year, $700 million deal, the largest contract ever signed in sports. That same offseason, the team brought in elite pitcher Yoshinobu Yamamoto on a 12-year, $325 million contract. The additions didn't stop there. In 2025, they signed Japanese pitching phenom Roki Sasaki, solidifying their roster and broadening their influence across Asia. The Dodgers now aren't just dominant on the field, they've become a global brand, especially in Japan. Under Walter's leadership, the team has added stars like Mookie Betts, Blake Snell, and Tommy Edman. Whether through trades or free agency, the Dodgers consistently stay aggressive, always aiming for titles. So, what happens now that Mark Walter enters the NBA world? This is where things get compelling. The Lakers are one of the most storied franchises in basketball history, with 17 championships to their name. But in recent years, success has been elusive. Since winning the 2020 title in the NBA bubble, the team has struggled to remain a true contender. They've been eliminated in the first round 4 times over the past 5 seasons and even missed the playoffs entirely in 2022. There was the ambitious trade for superstar Luka Doncic, a bold move that signaled the Lakers were still chasing greatness. Yet, it hasn't been enough to return them to the top. During the Buss family's tenure, the team reached incredible heights, particularly in the early 2000s with Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant. From 2000 to 2010, they captured 5 titles, but aside from the 2020 victory, the years since have been inconsistent. Now, fans are left wondering, can Mark Walter bring the same winning formula he used with the Dodgers to the Lakers? His record suggests he can. Walter isn't flashy. He avoids the spotlight and rarely seeks media attention. Instead, he focuses on building. He invests wisely. He surrounds himself with top-tier talent. And most importantly, he wins. With the vision, resources, and now the control of one of the most iconic teams in sports, Walter is poised to make a major impact. The Lakers badly need steady leadership, clear planning, and long-term direction. If Walter applies the same strategy he used in baseball, this could mark the beginning of a Lakers revival. Imagine a Lakers front office backed by a proven leader, a roster built around Luka Doncic, with the flexibility to lure other stars, a franchise brand still ranked among the most valuable in the world, now with the potential to become dominant once again. This ownership change isn't just about shifting names on paper. It's a chance to reshape the identity of the team. It's an opportunity to rebuild, to reimagine, and to rise again. For Lakers fans, it might be time to believe once more. Because wherever Mark Walter goes, championships tend to follow. But not everything is changing. Even though ownership has shifted, leadership hasn't. Despite the huge sale, Jeanie Buss, the longtime head of the Lakers, isn't stepping aside. According to ESPN's Ramona Shelburne, Jeanie will stay on as the team's governor and will continue to lead basketball operations for the foreseeable future. This wasn't a verbal promise. It was a guaranteed part of the deal. And importantly, Mark Walter approved it. So while Walter owns the Lakers, Jeanie Buss is still running the basketball side of things. Technically, ownership has changed, but the person making decisions on the court remains the same. This might surprise some fans. After years of uneven seasons, missed playoff runs, and questionable roster moves, many hoped a change in ownership would bring sweeping leadership changes. But for now, that reset is on pause. Jeanie's continued role does have logic behind it. The Buss family has been part of the Lakers' identity for over 40 years. Her father, Dr. Jeanie Buss, bought the team in 1979 and built it into an elite franchise. Since his passing in 2013, Jeanie has tried to uphold that legacy. Through all the ups and downs, she stayed committed to the team, the fans, and her family's name. So it's no shock that she insisted on keeping her leadership role, and clearly, she had the leverage to make it happen. Still, there's one major question. How long will this last? Because history shows that billionaire takeovers rarely leave existing leadership untouched for long. Just look at what happened in Dallas. When Mark Cuban sold a majority stake in the Mavericks, the plan was for him to retain full control over basketball decisions. But within months, his influence had started to fade. Eventually, the new owners took over, and Cuban's role diminished. Could the same scenario unfold in Los Angeles? Let's face it, owners don't drop $10 billion just to be silent partners. At some point, Walter will want to implement his vision, his team, his strategies, his legacy. And while Jeanie might lead for now, it's hard to imagine she'll maintain full control forever. That said, her experience brings valuable stability during this transition. She knows the Lakers inside and out. She understands the league's politics and has deep relationships across the NBA. Her presence might help ease the shift toward the next phase of Lakers history. But time is moving, and changes are already underway. One league insider described this as a game-changing moment. With Walter in charge, the Lakers now have the financial muscle to operate like a true big-market team. That's what Walter brings: deep pockets and a winning blueprint. Just look at what he did with the Dodgers. He doesn't settle. He doesn't play it safe. He builds dynasties. While Jeanie might be the face of leadership today, the engine powering the team is changing fast. The Lakers are entering what could be their most aggressive, forward-thinking era yet. This means increased spending, bold moves in free agency, smarter front office hires, and a return to the win-now mentality that once defined them. The Buss family's legacy may still linger, but behind the scenes, a new force is taking charge. So, what does this all mean for Lakers fans? It means hope. Hope that the team will finally have the structure, resources, and strategy to match its historic status. Hope that Los Angeles becomes a true destination for top-tier talent again. Hope that the recent chaos and inconsistency give way to order and championship-level play. But it also brings uncertainty, because as power gradually shifts, the direction of a franchise can change in an instant. Will Jeanie retain her role longer than expected? will Walter eventually take the reins entirely? And what kind of Lakers team will emerge from all this? The answers aren't clear yet, but one thing is, the Buss family no longer has the final say. A new chapter is beginning, and with it, the potential for greatness. Now, amid all the ownership news, another storyline is gaining steam. A blockbuster four-team trade that could reshape the Lakers roster and playoff hopes. With the Lakers entering a critical offseason, the front office is under pressure to build a better team around Luka Doncic. Depth, consistency, and front-court defense have all been issues. Now, a complex deal involving the Lakers, Warriors, Bucks, and Mavericks is starting to get real attention. According to ESPN's Zach Cram, this potential trade would send Draymond Green and Daniel Gafford to Los Angeles. Here's how the trade shakes out. Warriors get Giannis Antetokounmpo. Lakers get Draymond Green and Daniel Gafford. Mavericks get Gabe Vincent, a 2031 first-round pick from LA, and a 2025 second-round pick, number 41 overall. Bucks get Austin Reeves, Brandon Podziemski, Jonathan Kuminga via sign and trade, Trace Jackson Davis, Maxi Kleber, Golden State's 2029 and 2031 first-round picks, and a 2031 pick swap with LA. It's a huge deal, but for the Lakers, it might be exactly what they need. Draymond Green is a four-time champion and elite defender. He's controversial, sure, but he's also a winner. Last season, he averaged 9 points, 6.1 rebounds, 5.6 assists, 1.5 steals, and 1 block per game. His basketball IQ, leadership, and defensive communication are exactly what the Lakers have been missing. Pairing Green with Dorian Finney-Smith would give LA one of the most physical, versatile wing tandems in the league. His contract? Manageable. He's owed $25.8 million next season, with a $27.6 million player option for 2025 to 2026. If it works, it's a great fit. If not, it becomes an expiring deal. Then there's Daniel Gafford. One of the NBA's most underrated centers, Gafford is athletic, active near the rim, and an effective shot blocker. He averaged 12.3 points, 6.8 rebounds, 1.4 assists, and 1.8 blocks last season with Dallas. At just 25, he already has chemistry with Doncic, and could be the long-term answer at center. Of course, the Lakers would have to extend his contract, but a deal like this would likely be made with that in mind. The cost? Austin Reeves, a fan favorite known for his heart, scoring, and clutch play. Losing him would hurt, but solving multiple problems at once might justify the sacrifice. And yes, helping the Warriors land Giannis would be terrifying, but the Lakers must focus on themselves. They haven't reached the finals since 2020 and have lacked a clear identity ever since. This trade would give them just that. Green and Gafford would immediately elevate their defense. The team would gain size, toughness, and veteran know-how. And most importantly, Luka Doncic would finally have teammates who know their roles and don't need the ball to make an impact. Yes, it's risky. Yes, it's complicated. But this is how winning teams are built, by taking chances. In a brutal Western Conference packed with talent, standing still guarantees irrelevance. The Lakers need to act boldly, and this deal, it could be the start of something great.